What's happening at Scoper's Garage? Stay tuned and find out more. Welcome back, guests. This is a follow-on to a video I made a week or two ago now, where I was showing a road closed sign right here at the end of my driveway. Here's the end of my driveway, and the sign was right there. It's right now just out of the way because they spent the last couple days doing a lot of grading and adding dirt to this dirt road, getting ready to pave it. So up at the top they elevated it 15 or 18 inches to keep the water coming from the road up there from running down this road and then washing it out. And so the other day I came out at lunch break and had a chat with the guys that are working on it, and basically they said the gist is to tilt the whole road over to this side so that the water runs off all along down here instead of running down the road and washing out the gullies that are down that way, and then them having to come back and repair the dirt and gravel after every storm, which, as I said, I've been here a long time. It's happened many, many times. So I don't know anything about making a road, so I'm anxious to see how this process works. You can see these stakes, they came along. They're obviously marked. They're pretty consistently marked with orange down low and then a white line higher up. So I'm guessing that's telling them where the surface is going to be. But if anybody happens to be on here and is familiar with building new roads, I'd love to hear from it. And there is my puppy dog, Henry. Henry's a English lab. He's just over 1 year old, and you'll hear him at the end of this video sing along with my trumpet playing. Henry, sit. See, he's a very good dog. You're a good dog, aren't you, Henry? Yeah. He's a super mellow dog. We had a black lab before, so if you don't know, there's two kinds of labs. There's they call them American or field lab, and then there's this so-called English or show lab. Henry's definitely a show lab. He's a very good-looking dog, but he is so lazy compared to our previous black lab, who was a field lab. We didn't know that with the first dog, whose name was Bear, but we did understand that Henry would be a low-energy dog, which at this point in my life, that's fine. But it's just astounding the difference between two labs. The field lab would retrieve anything and everything dozens and dozens of times. Never seemed to get tired. I could take him on mountain bike rides, and he might fall behind, but he would catch up eventually. Henry, well, I can't even get him to do a 3-mile run with me. I got him to do it like twice, and then once he figured out what the deal was, he won't even go up the road to start the run with me. So very, very different dogs. He's very lovable, though. He's very good. Now see, he's got that wood. He's probably going to eat the wood, so I have to call him off. Henry, leave it. Come on. Good boy. See that? Now, honestly, my wife and I both, but my wife especially, has worked a lot with him in training. And so he's really a delight to have around. He hardly ever barks. If he does bark, it's something to be investigated. So anyway, back to the road. They said it would be done in the next 4 or 5 weeks, so I'm really looking forward to that. The dirt road, of course, caused a lot of dust on our cars, and not just driving up and down it, but cars flying up and down here at 40 or 50 miles an hour would generate dust across the yard and up into the driveway, and so we'll be kind of basically happy. Henry, come on out of there. All right, you don't need to see that, do you? So anyway, I think it's going to be a good thing. I don't think there's going to be much more speeding than there already is on the dirt road, so I don't think there's really going to be any negative. Of course, I'll be able to plow it better. So, all right, that's it for today. Okay, so I can't open the door or I will disturb Henry, but there he is laying. I'm not sure he's actually asleep, but he's certainly relaxed. Wow. not 100 feet away, they are dumping and pushing around pretty good sized rocks. Let me see if I can zoom in here and get a better view. Hopefully you can see now. Those rocks are pretty big. It's making a heck of a racket. But of course Henry is just as chill as they come. Here we go, having some more fun as they distribute rocks for the base of our soon-to-be paved dirt road. And this guy will come along and smooth them out a good bit. It's a very noisy day here in the country. Welcome back to Codorus Garage. Here we are out in our dirt road that is soon to be paved. They have dumped an awful lot of gravel on the road. And I think I talked about in the previous video how they dumped 8 inches of these larger baseball-sized rocks, and then are coming back and adding at least 4 inches of the smaller gravel that's more what you would expect on a dirt road, all as a base for the new pavement that's supposed to be coming. The intent is to have the water run off onto the low side of the road there, but this is our driveway right now, which is more or less serviceable, but it's not great. But you can see right here we already had some washout from a gully washer we just had in the last hour. There's still a little bit of rain spitting. Anyway, they said that they would blend the new pavement in to our existing driveway, which presumably will come up to about where this line is here. I used to have a wire buried for an electric dog fence, and that's where the wire crossed the road. But we gave up on that for Henry, and I'm using a satellite GPS type collar for him. And the cat over there is what is here to start digging the new garage. Okay, it's July 25th, I think it is, and making a little update on our road. It's looking pretty darn good, although I don't know what's going on over here. It's kind of a mess. So I'm surprised how much drop-off they're leaving here, and I'm wondering how that's going to look at the end of the day. But I see these black chunks along here. That's because they have scraped and milled the road down below here, which is really rough. This hillside here used to be basically shoulder high. Now it's only a little more than waist high, I guess. Give you some perspective there. And it's that way all the way down. So they really put in a lot of fill along the road bed here. I'm looking over here again. It used to be just a little bit above where the green line is along here, was where the road bed was. So it's like at least a foot and a half of fill put in along here. Let's go down and take a quick look at one of the drains they put in. It was sitting well above the road bed when they did that. And you can see now some of the gravel is actually right on the lip of it. So I just realized too it's got a curb along it. I wonder if they're going to put a curb all down here. That would be interesting. Yeah, but that would also keep the water from running that way. It would make it all run that way or that way. So I think we will find out in 2 weeks from yesterday when they are supposed to pave it. So we have an appointment for that to happen. Alright, here we are at Codorus Garage again. Today we're taking a look at the road below our road. This is the road we live on that was dirt, and they've raised it quite a bit and widened it in preparation of paving it. And then that came down to this road, which used to be paved, and they have torn it all up for quite a ways. The Maryland line is about half a mile down ahead of us here, and it goes on up there, not a mile, to a bigger road. So I just thought it was interesting how loose this all is here. If you see, it's quite loose. It seems like they're going to widen it some too, because you can see where they've been out over where the grass was growing before. So just thought I'd add this to my sequence of updates for them paving our dirt road. See you later. So for a while they were storing whatever you call that machine that tears up the old asphalt. They were storing it up here alongside the other pieces of equipment right in front of our house. And so it's dropped a ton of the asphalt from the road below onto our dirt road.
Say goodbye,
It
Henry.
won't matter in the end when this is all blacktopped. There's supposed to be a curb on this side of the road, but not on that side of the road, the whole way down. And I don't know if you can see Henry. Here, puppy. Come here. Henry checking out the corn. It's not ready to eat yet, is it, Henry? All right, welcome to Scoper's Garage. We have another update on our road and, well, our road. So they came in today and they blended in, finally, our driveway with where they will be paved. So all this blacktop, I guess, is going to, all this gravel is going to get paved. There's the lazy Henry helping me check everything out. So this is good progress. Unfortunately, they were supposed to come and pave on Monday morning, so we told our contractor who's doing the garage and patio to not come on Monday because the pavers were going to be here. But now the pavers aren't going to be here. They're going to have a meeting to talk about the paving because apparently the paver doesn't want to do what he's doing here for us, for all the other driveways down on the other road. So I guess we have to see what they're going to decide on Monday. But anyway, it's getting very close to school starting, and they definitely want to be done by then. So they have a challenge to figure out. What do you say, Henry? He's a good boy. I can't tell you how many times I see Henry, and it reminds me of when I was big into triathlons, and I had a coach, and he said, never stand when you can sit, and never sit when you can lay. Henry's really good at following that advice. Okay, today's a pretty big day here at Scoper's Garage. They are finally going to pave our road. It's a little after 7 in the morning. No, you stay, Henry. And they are setting up there top of the road to start the paving process. I just wanted to also show they got these posts down along the road. They had originally had posts, I guess, for the raising of the roadbed, and now they have new stakes. This is one right at the end of our driveway. It says there's going to be curb going down along the edge of our yard, and a crown, I guess that's a curved curb going up our driveway. They also had painted a new line where they're going to blend into the existing driveway. And I'm guessing that the trash man's probably not going to come today. I'll have to call them and ask them if they can come tomorrow. So anyway, this is one of the last shots of the dirt road that we've lived on for 29 years, I guess, 29 and a half. And yesterday I washed the Boxster, and I guess that'll be the last time that I wash it when it's all dusty. So we'll be happy about that. Till next time. Say hi, Henry. Henry just got back from his walk, so he's a little low on the energy for even him. Okay, this is the day of the paving, and it's like a parade out here. I think these guys here are going to cut my driveway to notch in the new pavement from the road. And who knows what these guys are doing. And there's somebody way down there making a lot of racket as well. I guess they're fine-tuning the surface. So another update on the paving of our dirt road. I can't actually go outside because Henry's laying in front of the door sleeping, and no reason to wake him up. I just wanted to make a little video of these. The parade is now in reverse, right? So all these trucks full of paving material, macadam, are backing up the dirt road. I'm curious how they are going to actually access the paver, which is obviously on up that way, and get out of each other's way. But I'm sure they have it figured out.
Say goodbye, Henry.